man carefully stuffed a hornet's nest into the ventilation duct. As a bounty hunter, Hab only wanted to capture the wanted criminal for the reward money. After completing the job, he discovered he'd caught the wrong person. While confused, he was suddenly shot from behind. The wanted criminal was behind him all along, who finished Hab off with a knife and hid his body in a hidden compartment in the room. Mysteriously, 3 bloody marks appeared on Hab's arm, and then, incredibly, Hab came back to life. The narrow space made it difficult for him to move. With no choice, he broke through the panel and discovered he'd been stuffed into a hidden compartment. At this moment, Hab hadn't yet realized he was already dead. Just as he tried to leave the room, the door opened. It was the criminal's underling returning to dispose of the body. The sight before him left the underling stunned. Fortunately, Hab reacted quickly, tackling the underling to the ground, then binding his hands and stuffing him into a trunk. Only then did Hab notice the 3 bloody marks on his arm that wouldn't wipe away no matter how hard he tried. Hab didn't think much of it. Finding the criminal was his priority now. But while driving, he felt a sudden itching in his throat. Looking down, he saw the previously slit throat rapidly healing itself. He drove back home and removed the tape, finding the wound completely healed. To understand what was happening, Hab decided to track down the criminal. But as he drove past a church, he noticed a priest staring intently at him. Feeling something was wrong, Hab quickly left, with the priest, his face full of menace, following behind. After learning the criminal's hideout from the underling, Hab stormed in with a shotgun. The criminal couldn't believe that Hab, whom he had killed, was still alive. After Hab had restrained everyone, he heard a noise outside. It was the priest. Hab ordered the criminal to send him away while he and the underling hid in an inner room. What happened next left him completely stunned. The lights flickered continuously, and then the criminal, controlled by some force, was suspended upside down from the ceiling before being taken away. Hab was shocked. Realizing the priest's dangerous power, he hurriedly left and returned home exhausted. To his surprise, a large woman was sitting beside his mother. She told Hab that the reason he was still alive was because they had temporarily resurrected him, but there was a price to pay. The condition was that Hab would work for them, continuing as a bounty hunter, but hunting demons instead of people.